I'd like to call the August 5th Committee of the Whole meeting to order at 6 p.m. Morris?
Here.
Schufelt? Here. Westfall? Here. Block? Fields?
Here.
Morris here. Mordarski?
Here.
Okay, good news. Oh, let's rise for the Pledge of Allegiance, please. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Okay, the good news for today. Mark Westfall has received the MASB award. So we'll let Mike.
Yeah, it is my pleasure to announce today that, I know we announced a little while back that Miss Kathy Fields had received her certification as being a certified board member through the Michigan Association of School Boards, the MASB. But now Mark has joined her with that honor, and I want to recognize and congratulate Mark on taking the courses and that to become a certified board member through the MASB. So congratulations to Mark.
Congratulations. Yeah. Okay, scheduled reports. Kelly, are you here?
No, I don't see her, so.
She is not here, so we will pass on that and move on to the agenda.
Moving on, are there any revisions or approvals for the agenda policy number 0166?
Motion.
Is there a motion to approve?
Motion to approve.
Motion by Mr. Morris. Is there support? Support. Support by Ms. Fields. Schufelt is a yes. Mr. Westfall? Yes. Ms. Block? Yes. Ms. Fields? Yes. Ms. Moore?
I'm going to vote no because I think we need to add on this field trip.
It's a
I think it got added into the consent agenda, so
It did
is-
already?
it's our-
Okay, then I would say yes.
Okay, yep.
Mr. Modarski?
Yes.
Mr. Morris?
Yes.
That passes 7-0.
All right. Fresh fruit and vegetable grant. Colleen Kincaid.
Good afternoon, everyone. Can you hear me okay? Seems close. I'm Colleen Kincaid. I'm the Assistant Food Service Director. And I'm here to talk about two topics, the first being the Fresh Fruit and Vegetable Grant. Food Service is expected to receive the Fresh Fruit and Vegetable Grant in the amount of $125,000. As of today, August 5th, the grant has not been approved yet. However, we expect it to be any day now. In the event that the grant is denied, we will just void the PO. The vendor has not been notified and will not be notified until the grant has been approved. This is the second year of a 5-year bid. The goal of the grant is to provide elementary students, K through 5, with an additional access to fruits and vegetables 2 times per week to create just kind of a lifelong awareness that there's a diverse fruit and vegetable options out there. This is actually the 9th time that we've received the grant. We used Frog Holler last school year. The service was fantastic. We will spend approximately $115,000 on Michigan products, and the rest of the grant will be spent on salaries and equipment, which I believe is 10% of that grant money. This is a reimbursable grant, so we will spend the money up front, and then MDE reimburses us every month we put that claim in.
Are there any questions from the board? Seeing none, you may move on to our milk and dairy purchase order.
Okay, thank you. Food Service is asking to purchase milk for the 26-27 school year from Prairie Farms. This year we are asking the Board of Education to approve a PO of $213,000. Wayne Risa, when looking for a vendor, a few of the things that we do look for, obviously price. Milk prices fluctuate throughout the year, so the price per carton will change from week to week as the farming market changes. We look for customer service and delivery status, and we look for billing, making sure things are accurate, timely, including refunds. And Prairie Farm maintains medium pricing, but their customer service and delivery is pretty outstanding, and we've got very good relationships with those vendors. So Wayne Risa sends out the milk and bread bids for all of Wayne County, and this is our third year of a 5-year bid. Milk is required. It's a required component to meet the National School Meal Program. At the elementary schools, milk is served with every meal, and at the middle and high school, it is an optional component to the meal.
Any questions from the board?
No, but I'd just like to thank our food service director, Jennifer Trombetta, and assistant director, because you guys run a phenomenal program.
Oh, thank you. We appreciate that on behalf of her. I know she appreciates that as well.
Thank you.
Thank you, Kathy, and thank you.
Okay, thanks.
Taylor High School Athletic Fields, Barton Mallow.
Commissioning services.
Oh, commissioning services? Okay, I'm sorry.
Yep.
Commissioning services.
Good evening. Yes, I'm presenting to you the award recommendation for Peter Basso Associates for commissioning services for the upcoming renovations of Taylor High School. Commissioning services is now a state required per code as of last spring, that would be 2024. The commissioning is something that we need to have prior to bidding out the project because they do review design, and we are halfway through design, so now is the time to bring on a commissioning agent to review the design, and then they review construction and the final testing and implementation of the mechanical and electrical systems. The ultimate goal of this program and commissioning in general is to maximize your energy savings. We did receive 3 proposals from design firms that are local and qualified in doing commissioning services. The lowest firm excluded many elements that were requested in the request for proposal, and thus, while we clarified with them if they could do it, they once again said no, and so that's why we're recommending the second firm.
Questions?
Yeah, I do. So this is for the renovation of the high school, correct? Let's say, because we haven't voted to approve those bonds, let's say that doesn't happen, or let's say it can't happen because, you know, the bonds were sold for a new high school, not a renovation. What would our liability be? I mean, if we approve this and the bonds are never issued, what would happen?
The same question could be had about, you know, the architect firm, correct? They are designing,
yes.
they are designing it right now. Being that this is a state-required mandate that the design be reviewed prior to bids and that around this stage of design so that the designer can make any changes around 50% through design so that there isn't major design changes at the end of design, they need to come on board. The time spent towards design review versus the multiple stages and phases of commissioning that we'll have to do over the 3 years of phased renovation will be a small portion of the total cost. What would be the amount? The amount would be a percentage of the total amount. It could be in the ballpark, and we could write into their contract not to exceed a dollar threshold for the design portion.
So, but you did bring up the architect. So again, let's say we don't approve the renovation, we go with what the voters wanted and try to build a new high school. How much money would the architect? So it sounds like these would be sunk costs that we lose. They would not transfer to a new project, correct?
No, if you decided not to move forward with the design that's currently underway.
Then would you have to pay any money, yes or no?
Yes, for design and a review of that design at this stage of the project, correct.
And how much are we talking about?
For the architect,
Yeah.
I do not have the numbers offhand with which to give you with regards to the architect design at this time.
Because I feel, and the reason I bring this up is with the, you know, with the advertising material that was put out with the ballot language, and the fact that we have never voted to approve the bond sale, there's a pretty good chance we never sell the bonds for the renovation because that's not what people voted for. So I don't really see a need in going forward, spending money on a project that may never come to fruition. There's a lot of ways this can be stopped. I mean, the Taylor City Council approved a resolution challenging it with the state. There's been talk about a class action lawsuit. Plus, you may not even have the votes on this board. Plus, you have an election coming up. You may have new board members. I cannot justify spending money on a project that may never happen, especially when this is not what people voted for.
This board will move forward. We're not stopping until after there's an election. We are moving forward. Let's move forward.
Well, if that's the case, then put it on a vote. Let's vote on issuing the second series of bonds. You can't say move forward if you're not going to, if you're keeping it off the agenda.
So I will say that that is not a problem. We absolutely can proceed and do that, but I don't think we're prepared to do that tonight because we need to make sure we have the proper information from our firms that work with us on selling the bonds of that. But if that is the will of the board to tell me to start doing that, I will gladly proceed and start that process. That is not a problem.
There's also a,
No, I have no problem in bringing it to the board for a vote now. I mean, when you have your.
I agree, I want it for a vote now too, yeah, so we don't keep it hanging. Let's
Well,
find out.
I would say, you know, I'm gonna channel John Cava here. I know he couldn't be with us tonight, but I'll channel John Cava here. I think what he would recommend you is if you want to pass a resolution instructing me to go ahead and start that process, that would be well within your means to do so. And then the actual vote to approve it would be at a later meeting, but you would take the vote to tell me to do it.
I think that the consensus of this board is that we move forward.
We did
Go ahead.
vote to do that,
Yes.
to move forward in the renovations of the high school, to
Exactly.
like start that process, so.
Yeah, I was going to say, we did take a vote and did say that this was what we were moving on, but I think what Mr. Medarsky is saying, it's the official vote to say the bond sale is actually going forward.
Yes, because according to state treasury, we have not
Right.
made the official request.
On
and
the
I would-
second one,
yeah.
yep.
And I want to vote on that. Let's
Yep.
do it so we know, yes.
I think that's fair, like I said, but I would say I need time to prepare with our vendors to get those numbers to make sure we have it. But if the
Of course.
instruction tonight is, then I am totally good with that.
Please move forward. I think it is a
I would
consensus
say when we get
of
to the
board.
action items, if someone would make that motion as an additional action item, I think that would be the appropriate place to do that.
I'll make it,
after
that's
we
no
get-
problem. No, I
Yep.
think we're all in agreement. Let's just make it
Okay.
official, yeah.
All right, we can move on to the athletic fields bulletin change order.
Oh, I did want to,
Oh,
I was going to clarify one other thing on that topic, I'm sorry. The commissioning services, we're not voting on that tonight, by the way, as well. So just know this was the, kind of like we've been trying to do when we can, to have that first discussion item for you guys to peruse and go over items. The vote is not taking place on that tonight.
Thank you.
the next item for the athletic fields is a change order for Bulletin 1. It is to be awarded to the site contractor ILE. They are performing work that is required by Wayne County. While we had plan review during bid time, the county continued to make review comments multiple times after bids were received, all the way up until May of this year. As the architect and the engineer worked through all the design comments, the design changed over time, resulting in the county's preferences to be met. Ultimately, what those are using new structures, which required new pipe runs. The original design was to tap into existing structures. The county preferred to have new structures versus tying into the existing structures. The change order that was presented is over the $100,000 threshold that would have administrative approval requiring presentation to the board. It's still well within the contingency, and there was backup documentation showing the health of the contingency of where we stand to date. We have received credits for work that, as we negotiate through work scopes, some of which are tied to Bulletin 1 that I identified in the letter. The ultimate result of the contingency to date with this approval is we're at 13% contingency usage.
Any questions from the board? None? Okay. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Appreciate your time. All right, now we're going to move on to the request to hire the Dean of Students for West. Shauna has got the next 3 items.
Hello. I am here tonight to talk about the recommendation for the Dean of Students at West Middle School. I wanted to first go over the interview process. We had 72 applicants that applied, which I think is absolutely amazing that Taylor has 72 people that are wanting to work here as the Dean of Students. The interview panel conducted 2 interview rounds. The first one, they interviewed 18 candidates. They did the interviews via Google Meet. And there was a 2-person interview panel, which was Melissa Skobczynski and Ryan Bibby, the principal and assistant principal over there. And then the second round consisted of in-person interviews at Taylor High School, and they narrowed it down to 3 candidates. And the interview panel consisted of, again, the principal and vice principal, Melissa Skobczynski and Ryan Bibby, Jennifer Matozo, which is the counselor over there, Sarah Staton, which is our school improvement coordinator, and Beth, which is the, and I apologize, I can't remember her last name. She's with a social worker over at West. And then after the interviews were done, they are recommending to hire Kelvin Ty for the Dean of Students for West Middle School. Fun fact, Kelvin is an alumni of Taylor. He went to West Middle School, graduated from Kennedy High School. So it's nice to see, being an alumni myself from Truman, that we have another person wanting to come back and service our students. So tonight we are recommending Kelvin, which is in the audience tonight.
Thank you. Any questions? And I suspect our candidate is in
Yep.
the audience. Thank you, Kevin. Very nice, or Kelvin. Is that right? I don't have glasses on, sorry. Welcome.
And I guess
All
I'm
right,
going to
move
stay up
on
here.
to the independent or medical assistant contracts.
Yep, so in your packets tonight, there are the renewals for 3 medical assistants. These are the same medical assistants that have been in our district for a number of years. So their contract pretty much stays the same. The only difference is there is an increase in there, which just aligns with what other employees in our district received. They also are adding 5 paid sick days to their contracts, and this is to be in compliance with the Earned Sick Time Act, the ESTA. And they currently just, don't have any days in their contract, which would keep us, that would mean we are not in compliance with that, so we added the 5 days.
Thank you. Any questions? Okay, we'll move on to security guards.
Okay, and the same thing, these are the 6 security guards that have been with us for a number of years. We're asking tonight to renew for the 26-27 school year. Again, they did have a compensation increase that just helps better, again, align with the rest of employees in the district. We also did increase their sick and personal time from 5 to 7 days. And again, it's just to be in compliance with state laws.
What is a % increase for the security guards? Or
So-
total, however you want to do it?
It was 6%.
Okay. Now, another thing that has come up over the years, and I read the contract, and I didn't see this, are there physical standards they have to qualify for every year? Because I know our police do, our fire do, our military do.
You know what? Michelle, could you speak on that?
No,
Michelle, I can't hear you.
no.
Okay, I'm not really sure what the question is, but during the school year, they do get training.
No, my question has to do with physical standards. The military has them, fire in Michigan has them, police. Like, for example, police, they have to go through like, MCOL certification every year to be at a certain physical level. So we don't have people who are physically unable to do the job, like we saw in Parkland, Florida. You know, the person there was so out of shape, they could barely even get around. So do we have any minimum physical standards that they have to meet?
No, not every year, a physical standard. The police don't have a physical standard every year either. They have, as far as carrying guns, our security don't carry guns.
Right.
So they would have to be trained and qualify every year.
Yeah, so there's nothing like in MCOLs or the old Malazzi that they have to go through, right?
When they're hired, all of that is taken into account, but our security people have been with us for many, many years, so when they hired, they were qualified, and as the year goes on, if they're not qualified, then that's evaluated at the time that I see that there could be an issue.
So how would you do that? I mean, if someone's been here for 20 years and maybe they're, you know, not physically able, how would you evaluate that? Are you a doctor? I don't understand.
Well, first of all, they're one-year contract employees, so depending on when what it was in September or October, then absolutely they would be sent to the clinic for evaluation. However, if it was, you know, at the end of the year in May or June, we probably just wouldn't renew their contract for next year.
Okay, but we're not evaluating them. We're just going to renew the contract and then they're back for another year.
What do you mean we're not evaluating them?
What you said that you have some physical evaluation that you haven't explained yet, so.
Well, when they do their job, like, can they walk around? Do they break up fights? Is there issues with any of that? And with all of the people, no, there's not issues with any of that.
Okay. Thank you.
But if there were issues, absolutely, then they would be sent to the clinic to evaluate if they can perform their duties.
Okay, thank you.
My question is going to be, not necessarily for you. It might be for Mike.
Might be both of us, we'll see.
Yeah. With the changes going on at, you know, throughout the district, what is, in these pay increases, what is going to be done to confirm that their job duties are going to be held accountable for, that they're doing what they're supposed to be doing, that they're not just not seen, not heard, you know?
So I will say, when we've had our onboarding meetings with Dr. Berry, this has been one of the topics we've talked about, is making sure that those relationships are being developed with both our Legarda security and our personal security that we hire individually, and that there are going to be protocols put in place with his staff and with his team as they go along. And then we would assess from there and see how things are going.
And then I know some of them are at the middle schools, correct? Do we
Yeah,
have
we have one at
LaGuardia
each. Yep.
at the middle schools as
Yep,
well?
and at
So that will
elementary.
go across, okay, and so that'll go across the district, like, across the board,
Yep,
correct? Okay.
yep.
I know over there at Kenyon, their security officer does a nice job. You can't get in the door. I can't get in the door.
It's not a bad thing.
Yeah, it's okay. It's okay. That's the way it should be. Okay, any other questions? Then we will move on to the Memorandum of Understanding, 26M Division B Bus Monitors. Mr. Wager.
All right, in your packets, you have information regarding a memorandum of understanding we'd like to enter into with our 26M, our support staff union, and this is in regards particularly to bus monitors. Over the course of the last year, and I would say it's not just this last year, it's just a trend we're seeing, there is an increase in what the needs are, particularly for special needs students and on the bus runs. And here in Taylor, we're kind of in a unique spot that we're obviously rightfully in the downriver section of how RISA breaks up its special education programs, but we also actually go all the way up to Michigan Avenue, which isn't quite downriver at that point. And so we particularly have students who, if they have to go to a particular program that's all the way in Wyandotte, they're getting picked up first on the bus in our neighborhoods that we have in Inkster, and then they have to ride potentially and be on that bus for an hour or more. And so we've started to see the increase in behaviors, we've started to see an increase in needs and supports that are needed for those students in that particular case. So we had a meeting with our transportation department and with special education department to talk about what are the ways that we can possibly solve these concerns that we have. And so there's a number of things we're working on. We're working with RESA to try to reclassify that part of our district particularly to go to programs that are closer to them. But in addition to that, we felt that we needed to better support the bus monitors who are on those runs, because a lot of the things that they are doing on those runs, especially when it's that lengthy, it is something that is more akin to what paraprofessionals do. It might not be totally equal, but it is more in that ballpark to some degree. And so it is also an area that we are typically short-staffed, and we can't hire enough people to meet the needs of what our IEPs are for our students in transportation. So we felt it was best to go and work with our support staff unit to make that a much more competitively paid position, to bring it up to being closer to being equal with what parapros do because of what those needs and supports are needed on the bus. And so they came to an agreement with us to make that happen, and you have that agreement in your packet tonight.
Now, I didn't see in my packet, what are they making now? What will they be making?
So, in the packet, it had the new rate.
Yeah, I got the new rate, but I didn't get the
Okay.
old rate, yeah.
Yeah, let me, just give me a second. I should have that, because I should have that tab open. So currently, they are at $15.76 an hour.
And then they're going up to, I think, 18 something?
1813.
Yep.
That's actually not that bad.
I'll say this, because I have this data in front of me. Like I said, we're currently at $15.76. Currently, the county average for that position, and bear in mind, not every district has this position, because you have districts that some have outsourced their transportation needs, so it's not a complete accurate of all the districts in Wayne County, but of what we can pull for data. The average for the county is that a bus monitor gets $17.60 an hour.
And they're going to go through additional training for this too, aren't they?
Correct.
Yeah,
Well,
so-
yeah, there's additional training that is required for being on the special education runs and, yeah, different items that come from that, yes.
Yeah, and in certain medical needs, like for trach, they're given specific training by the nurses, if there are needs like that. Any other questions? No? Then let's move on to the CTE Cooperative Agreement with Success Virtual.
So that is me again. And pretty much what we are bringing forward tonight is anytime we enter in agreements with other entities, be it schools, school districts, for their students to attend and use our Career Center programs, we do have to bring forward a cooperative agreement for that to happen. And so I know that the Career Center was contacted by Success Virtual, inquiring about being able to partner with us to be able to use our programs, and we were able to come to that agreement, and that is what you have before you tonight.
Any questions? Okay. The MASB Delegate Assembly will be on Thursday, October 15th at 7 p.m. at the Lansing Center. If there's anyone on the board who is interested in going, we need to vote or nominate and vote on you as a board. We have to have a date, registration by to get you certified as a delegate, submitted by Thursday, October 1st. So you can let myself or Becky know. Probably Becky, much more efficient than I am. So, and again, that's on October 15th.
I can't go, I'll say I can't go.
I'm sorry?
I said I absolutely have a scheduling conflict, I can't go.
Okay, thank
So,
you.
I mean,
Thank you.
hopefully we get somebody, but it can't be me.
Yep, absolutely. All right, public comment regarding agenda items only. Anything we spoke about with regard to the agenda? None up. Welcome to the Taylor School District regularly scheduled board meeting of August 5th, 2026. Thank you for being here this evening. We value your participation and appreciate the opportunity to hear from our community. Public comment will begin with those attending in person, followed by our online participants. In-person speakers should come to the microphone, state their name and address. Online speakers should use the raise hand feature to be recognized. Please be respectful, avoid personal attacks, and limit comments to 3 minutes so everyone has an opportunity to speak. We will provide and assist with timekeeping so each guest will be able to monitor their own time and know when to conclude, so all who wish to speak will have an equal opportunity to do so. If questions arise, Superintendent Wager or his designee will work to provide answers in a timely manner. Please note that comments made by individual board members do not necessarily reflect the position of the Board of Education. And again, this is for agenda items only. You're up.
Hi, Ashley Iwaniki, 6053 McGuire Street. I have two things I want to talk about. The first is the security guards. You're talking about like the people that are walking the halls and stuff at like the high school. They are horrible. We need parapros in the hall. The security guards aren't doing their jobs. The kids, nobody's monitoring the kids in the bathrooms. They're still vaping in there. My son has personally come up to me like, Mom, there was somebody in the hall who had a vape and the security guard just told him to put it away. They're not taking them away. They're unprofessional. The way they act is like, it's kind of gross. Like, they're not professional security guards.
We were aware of some issues.
Yeah,
Mrs.
it's
Marshall
really,
has-
it's bad for the kids to even see it, because it makes the kids even act a certain type of way. If we had parapros or coaches walking the halls during the day, that's what those kids need, because the security guards are not good. Now, obviously, I think it's important to have a security guard at certain entrances for, showing IDs or in and out type of thing, but walking the halls, they're not helping our students, they're hurting our students in the high school.
Dr. Berry will be working closely with
I think we need like a whole new company,
Mrs.
honestly.
Marshall, to make sure that things.
Yeah, I was going to clarify. I think you're talking about the LaGuardia security primarily.
Whoever was with the high school last year.
Yeah, I got you.
It was gross.
Yeah.
It was
And those
gross.
are the
Like
contracts.
closed, super tight, how they it's just gross. Like it's, the next thing is about the football field. They were here talking about it, and I just want to make sure it's going to be done. And that concessions will be done, because concessions is really important for those boys. It pays for a lot of the things they need, the banquets that they have, the trophies that they get. It pays for their gear, gift cards for the volunteers. The concessions is really important, and it needs to be ready before our first. Every time I drive past there, it doesn't seem like there's that many people working. I don't know, it's just like there could be one group on this, one group on that, one group on this, but it's just like a couple here, and the next day it's a couple here. It's like there's no reason that we don't have like a lot of people on this getting it done.
Well, it's my understanding that our company, there was a group that was falling behind and didn't allow that to happen, so they're on it. I am in no way.
Yeah, I know
shape, or
today I
form
drove
able to-
past, my son just sent me pictures because he's
Yep.
practicing right now for the football season, and they're doing the turf, which is great, but I'm looking at like school's in like 4 weeks, isn't it? Less maybe? Like, are we gonna be ready? Is it gonna be a mess? Is it gonna be like dirt at like, is it gonna be, like, I understand if the rest of it's not done, but it needs to be done. So that's all I have
No,
to say about
I
those
can
two
reiterate,
things.
that was last time we met, that was my concern, was concessions
Yeah,
in the field. And I know we meet again tomorrow, and I will express that again
Thank
as
you.
well. Yep.
Yep, thanks.
Okay. Anyone else regarding agenda items? Okay. Nobody online? Okay, good. Now we'll move on to action items.
All right. Action number 1 is the operating millage replacement proposal. It is recommended that the Board of Education approve the resolution certifying the operating millage replacement proposal for placement on the November 3rd, 2026 ballot. Is there a motion? Motion by Ms. Fields. Is there a second?
Support?
Support by Ms. Moore. Mr. Westfall? Yes. Ms. Black? Yes. Ms. Fields?
Yes.
Ms. Moore?
Yes.
Mr. Medarsky?
No.
Mr. Morris?
Yes.
Ms. Shufelt is a yes. That passes 6-1.
Wait a minute, you realize that, and it doesn't matter, I just want to bring up a point. All we're doing is saying, okay, residents, you decide what you want to do. That's all this is. We're not approving it. It's just going to go on the ballot.
No, we could have put an actual renewal, but this is more of a Headley override than a renewal. Whereas if you had paid attention when the gentleman was here a couple of meetings ago, he did state that. There were two ways of doing it. We're doing it the way I thought was inappropriate, so that's why I'm voting no.
So you think giving it to the residents is inappropriate?
No, you're not giving them a real choice, though. You basically forced it. It's called a Hobson's choice in game theory.
Yeah, you're giving them a choice, yes?
Guys,
No.
this isn't a discussion period.
Right, but she's making it seem like we couldn't have put a real renewal on the ballot. We could have. I would have voted for a renewal. This is an increase. You're voting to increase people's taxes.
I'm voting
Yeah, you
to
are.
put it on the ballot. That's what
No
I'm
one is voting
for.
to increase anyone's taxes on this board.
They're voting to put it on the ballot with a tax increase when they could have put it on the ballot to keep taxes the same.
Whatever.
Number 2.
Yeah, and I do want to clarify as well, as a public entity, we're just putting on the ballot. We do not have the ability, well, it's illegal for us to say vote yes or vote no for it. So quite honestly, all we are doing is we're putting something on the ballot, giving it to the voters, and it is not this board's place to say vote yes or no. That's,
Oh, no, I agree with that. I'm not suggesting we were violating campaign finance law. I'm saying we had two options, A and B, and I would have preferred the more traditional option that's an actual renewal as opposed to this option, because I guarantee you both options are on the ballot, which is not allowed. You have to pick one or two options.
Which
Peop-
it says to me, you just don't want the residents to decide. You want to decide.
No, you're not giving them all the choices, though, if they could choose between keeping it the way it is versus keeping it the way it is with an increase, they probably would have chosen to keep it the way it is. That's what I'm telling you. You just don't, for a treasurer, you don't understand tax policy very well, and you brought this up.
So that carried?
Yes, they carried.
Thank you.
Yes, carried 6-1.
Number 2, the Fresh Fruits and Vegetable Grant. It is recommended that the Board of Education approve the acceptance of the Fresh Fruit and Vegetable Program grant in the amount of $125,000 for the 2026-2027 school year, with the understanding that the purchase order will be voided if the grant is denied. Is there a motion?
Motion.
Motion by Ms. Fields. Is there a second?
Second.
Second by Mr. Medarsky. Ms. Black? Ms. Fields?
Yes.
Ms. Moore?
Yes.
Mr. Medarsky?
Yes.
Mr. Morris?
Yes.
Ms. Shufelt is a yes. Mr. Westfall?
Yes.
That passes 7-0. Number 3 is the milk and dairy purchase order for Prairie Farms. It is recommended that the Board of Education approve a purchase order to Prairie Farms in the amount of $213,000 for milk and dairy products for the 2026-2027 school year. Is there a motion? Motion by Ms. Black. Is there a second?
Support.
Support by Ms. Fields. Ms. Fields.
Yes.
Ms. Moore?
Yes.
Mr. Medarsky?
Yes.
Mr. Morris?
Yes.
Ms. Shufelt is a yes. Mr. Westfall?
Yes.
Ms. Black? That passes 7-0. Number 4 is the THS Athletic Field Bulletin Change Order. It is recommended that the Board of Education approve a change order to ILE Excavating Incorporated in the amount of $239,086.65 for stormwater piping and structure changes associated with the athletic field renovation project. The expenditure remains within the board-approved project contingency, including the change order and all negotiated ads, credits, and total of $78,668, which is 13% of the $565,897 contingency funds will be utilized. Yeah. Is there a motion?
Motion.
Motion by Mr. Morris. Is there support?
Support.
Support by Ms. Fields. Ms. Moore?
Yes.
Mr. Medarsky?
Yes.
Mr. Morris?
Yes.
Ms. Shufelt is a yes. Mr. Westfall?
Yes.
Ms. Black?
Yes.
Ms. Fields?
Yes.
That passes 7-0. Number 5 is the request to hire Dean of Students at West Middle School, policy number 3120. It is recommended the Board of Education approve the hiring of Kelvin Ty for the position Dean of Students at West Middle School. Salary for the position will be step 1 TPA $95,000 prorated. Mr. Ty's start date will be August 31st, 2026. Is there a motion?
Motion.
Motion by Ms. Moore. Is there support?
Support.
Support by Mr. Morris. Mr. Medarsky?
Yes.
Mr. Morris?
Yes.
Ms. Shufelt is a yes. Mr. Westfall?
Yes.
Ms. Block?
Yes.
Ms. Fields?
Yes.
Ms. Moore?
Yes.
That passes 7-0.
Congratulations, Kelvin. Welcome aboard.
Number
Glad to have
6
you.
is the medical assistant agreements, policy number 4120. It is recommended the Board of Education approve the following 3 medical assistant agreements for the 2026-2027 school year. Mary Garrison, Brandy Freeborn, and Mary O'Brien. Is there a motion?
Motion.
Motion by Ms. Black. Is there support?
Support.
Support by Mr. Morris. Mr. Medarsky?
Yes.
Mr. Morris?
Yes.
Ms. Shufelt is a yes. Mr. Westfall?
Yes.
Ms. Block?
Yes.
Ms. Fields? Yes. Ms. Moore?
Yes.
That passes 7-0. Number 7 is the security guard agreements, policy number 4120. It is recommended the Board of Education approve the following 6 security guard agreements for the 2026-2027 school year. John Edwards, John Gerbach, Leon Hamilton, is it Naz?
Nazea?
Nazea, how do you say that?
Niza.
Yeah, Nas will
okay.
work, yeah.
Naz O'Neill, Herman Ramick, and Randall Skudnick. Sorry for mispronouncing all of those. Is there a motion?
Motion?
Motion by Ms. Fields. Is there support?
Support.
Support by Mr. Westfall. Mr. Morris?
Yes.
Ms. Shufelt is a yes. Mr. Westfall?
Yes.
Ms. Block?
Yes.
Ms. Fields?
Yes.
Ms. Moore?
Yes.
Mr. Medarsky?
No.
That passes 6-1. That carries. Just an FYI, that's why I didn't go to school to be a teacher, because I suck at names. Number 8 is the Memorandum of Understanding 26M Division B Bus Monitors. It is recommended that the Board of Education approve the Memorandum of Understanding between the Taylor School District and the 26M Taylor School Support Staff Association regarding wage adjustment, certification requirements, and staffing protocols for Division B bus monitors assigned to special education transportation. Is there a motion?
Motion.
Motion by Mr. Morris. Is there a second?
Second.
Second by Mr. Westfall. Mr. Westfall?
Yes.
Ms. Block?
Yes.
Ms. Fields?
Yes.
Ms. Moore?
Yes.
Mr. Medarsky?
Yes.
Mr. Morris?
Yes.
Ms. Shufelt is a yes. That passes 7-0. Number 9 is the CTE Cooperative Agreement with Success Virtual. It is recommended that the Board of Education approve the Career Technical Education Cooperative Agreement with Success Virtual Learning Centers of Michigan for the 2026-2027 school year, allowing Success Virtual students to enroll in unutilized seats within Taylor's Career Technical Education CTE program. Is there a motion?
Motion.
Motion by Mr. Morris. Is there a support?
Support.
Support by Ms. Block. Ms. Block.
Yes.
Ms. Fields?
Yes.
Ms. Moore?
Yes.
Mr. Medarsky?
Yes.
Mr. Morris?
Yes.
Ms. Shufelt is a yes. Mr. Westfall?
Yes.
That passes 7-0.
So I will just say, from our previous discussion, this would be the appropriate time if you wanted to go forward with an emotion to direct me to start working on selling bonds like that. Just throwing it out there, if that's what you'd like to proceed with.
What is, Mr. Murderski, are you going to make the motion? Or?
Sure, the motion would be then to direct the superintendent of the Board of Education to draft a resolution to be presented for the board for a vote. And the resolution would ask the board if it wished to sell the remainder of the, whatever they're called, 2021 bonds, I believe is the legal title for it.
Right.
And to be presented by the board by the second meeting in October, or first meeting in October, if we can try for that.
Thank you.
Yeah, and I can keep you updated where we're at in the process, too. Yep.
Is there support?
Support.
Support by Ms. Fields. Is there, well, the motion is by Modarski, so then support, all right.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Ms. Fields?
Yes.
Ms. Black?
Yes.
Ms. Moore?
Yes.
Mr. Modarski?
Yes?
Mr. Morris?
Yes.
Ms. Shufelt is a yes. Mr. Westfall?
Yes.
That passes 7-0. Moving on to the consent agenda, policy number 0166.1, policy number 6470, policy number 8640, and policy number 2304. Minutes from the regular board meeting of July 15th, consolidated items, payment of current bills, certified, non-certified, and administrative reports, out-of-state overnight field trips, and out-of-state overnight grant-funded conferences. Is there a motion?
Motion.
Motion by Ms. Fields. Is there support?
Support.
Support by Ms. Moore. Ms. Fields?
Yes.
Ms. Moore?
Yes.
Mr. Modarski?
Yes.
Mr. Morris?
Yes.
Ms. Shufelt is a yes. Mr. Westfall?
Yes.
Who will support?
Ms. Black?
Yes.
That passes
Who will
7-0.
support for that motion? Sorry.
Ms. Fields.
No, thank you.
No, support was Ms. Moore. Sorry.
Thank you.
Said that backwards.
No.
All right, superintendent's reports.
All right, thank you very much. And I think, Ashley, you were getting out a little ahead of my superintendent report today because I was going to touch base on athletics. They did start rolling out the turf today, and they will be working overnight shifts because the turf is something that is not very noise conducive. It is something that they can do under the lights and start getting that going and keep things on schedule. So I'm really happy that our contractors are out there and they're doing that work and doing it at the nights to be able to make sure we're getting there and we're getting that piece done. I will say, a couple weeks ago, we did put out letters to the neighbors that we have that are over on Goddard Road because we also at night are going to be pouring concrete for the tennis courts. That did get delayed, so we will be issuing a new letter to those residents who live there along Goddard Road to make sure that they are aware that there could be this disruption for a couple nights coming forward. So, but that is another one of those pieces that helps us to do our best to stay on track with some of the other pieces that are other than the football field and the concession stand, but it is also helps with the curing process for the cement to make sure it's at the right temperatures, to make sure it sets properly, and it'll be good to go. So, but they are even working overnight on some of these pieces. So doing our best to be prepared for that first varsity game on September 3rd for sure. So, and like I said, we have weekly meetings. It's one of the things we'll have tomorrow, and I can have updates for you guys from there as well. The other piece I want to talk about, because I've talked about it a lot, and I have to give you the, unfortunately, the not good news that we did not get selected for the infrastructure grant that we had put out there. But, you know, us as a team, we really swung for the fence. We broke their system with how big an ask we had for money for infrastructure, and we did not end up getting selected. And when I saw the list, there were some of the school districts around that I'm like, yeah, those are definitely some school districts that have infrastructure needs just as great or greater than ours, because it's no joke to say that school infrastructure statewide is a major concern. And it is one of those things that I advocate all the time with our legislators, with whoever I can, because more money needs to go into infrastructure and not through the traditional process of bonds and other things. There has to be another avenue to do that. So even though we didn't get selected for it, we know we still have a lot of infrastructure needs. We're still going to explore every possibility, every option of being able to meet those needs and provide the best facilities possible for our students. But like I said, I did want to update you and say that, you know, I try all the time, and I struck out this time. But, you know, going to keep trying. Exactly. That's what we go on and do. So, and everything else, we're getting into August. We're just starting that preparation to welcome kids back next month. And this is that month where we start to have employees coming back, and hopefully they're refreshed, recharged, and ready to go for another school year.
Mike, who did get the grant in the immediate area?
For which one?
Infrastructure.
Well, we did get one individually for us a couple of years ago that we've been using for items.
I
Yeah.
know, but you said there were other districts. Anybody in this immediate area?
Oh, yeah, sorry, I didn't hear what you said. Yeah, I want to say Melvindale was on there. I know up in Oakland County, I want to say Oak Park was on there, Macomb, Clintondale. There was quite a few that were, I mean, I want to say it was maybe 20 to 25 districts that were on that list. The closest one to us, though, that I think got it was Melvindale, so.
Mike, I just have a quick question regarding construction in general.
Yeah.
Are all the other projects throughout the district on task to get completed by the beginning of the school season?
I will have a better answer to that on Monday because Jack has the parking lots for Moody and Johnson out for bid because that was another one that was really our priority. And he is meeting with some contractors on Monday as part of the bid process to go over what kind of timeline they can provide. He said over the phone, a couple of the companies that he has talked to say that they can have it ready by the time school opens, that it won't be that far back in their schedule or that. So it looks promising, but I want to wait till I hear more information from Jack before I go.
No, yeah, I was just at Moody Tuesday, and
yeah.
I noticed all the construction dealing with the roof and
Yep.
that. So, and they were informing me that it would probably be done by next week, potentially,
I
if everything
think
stays on track. And that's just for that
we-
one roof.
Yeah, the delays came because with a project of this scope, you have to work with, some project engineers, and we had just gotten the bid documents from them, and they are starting to get that out for that purpose. So, but the contractors we've initially started talking to say they can meet the demands, because we know that's a priority to have those done for school to start.
You know, I want to say this, is I have personally stood in that parking lot and promised parents over and over again that this would be fixed before the start of the school year.
Yep.
So please, whatever we need to do to get
What
that
is
fixed.
the delay? Like, we've been talking about this for forever. So
Yep.
why is it just now going out? Like, why wasn't this
It's
something
just
that
in
was like
getting the
ready to
documents from
go
the
to
individuals
start
we have to
for?
work with. Like, that was the delay.
Yeah,
And so now
somebody-
that it's in our hands, it's moving as fast as we can.
Okay, somebody needs to put a wiggle in it, it
I
needs
was
to be
gonna say,
done
why
before the
couldn't
start
they
of
have
school.
started the process sooner so that it would
But
have
we
been
did,
in our
and
hands?
we kept begging, and we kept, like, yes, those
Was
things
this
took place.
was this a county holdup again?
Not on this one, no.
Yeah, that just needs to be done, I'm sorry.
Agreed.
Agree.
Okay.
Thank you.
Any other things for Mike, or Mike have anything else?
No, I am all good. If
All
you guys
right.
don't have anything.
Items scheduled for the next meeting, the 25-26 retiree recognition. Now we're open for general public comment. Anybody wishing to address the board regarding any topic? Okay, I'll just read the general comment here. We will now open the floor for general public comment. The same rules and procedures apply. We'll begin with in-person speakers, followed by online participants. Go right ahead.
Hi, Ashley Iwaniki, 6053 McGuire Street. I have some pictures. Thank you for letting me show them today. I know everybody, or many on this board, are fairly new. So a lot of what the high school looks like right now is not your guys' fault and the neglect from you guys, but I'm here again begging that something be done about it before the start of this coming school year. We're out of time. It's already, 4 weeks away from school. So I took pictures because I don't think that you guys really know how bad it looks. Like, if you drive past it, you see like a high school. But if you really look at what the kids are looking at every day, I would like to show you. It means a lot to all the kids there, all the parents. So I have on the board, if you look behind you, I
If you
have,
see it back here.
Great.
We're not ignoring you.
Is this like a, oh, it is, it's a laser pointer too. So these are all in the parking lot. And I know you say like the school's under, construction. This is not, this has been like this. This has nothing to do with the construction. This is also something that should be taken care of and maintained yearly. Just because we're remodeling the inside of the school doesn't mean that these things shouldn't be done on the outside. You don't say, and I said this before months ago, and I've brought this to the board months ago. I brought this to the board in the winter, when there was no leaves on the tree, and there was some things done instantly, but that was it. It needs to be completed. You don't say, I'm not gonna pull the weeds outside of my house or lay mulch because I'm gonna remodel the inside of my home in a year. You just don't do that, and that's what's happening here. So looking at the pictures, this is the parking lot that the kids pull into every day. There used to be like hazardous metal gates that you guys took down, thank you for that, but this is still what we're looking at every day. So if you look here, I mean, this is probably one of the ugliest high schools in the state of Michigan, hands down. Nobody can say otherwise. You can't sit here and tell me that this is not one of the ugliest high schools in the state of Michigan. One of the worst high schools in the state is Benton Harbor, Flint. These high schools look better than ours. And I understand the inside's gonna be remodeled, but again, there's no reason that the outside of the school should look like this. My son has dealt with this and pulled up to this school for 3 years. He's a senior now. And I will not let him, if I have anything to do with it, pull up to the school looking like this his final year, because he deserves better. He has given a lot to this school. He has broken his collarbone. He has day and night practiced for the athletic department there. The kids deserve better. I mean, look at this. This is really cool. This rock, look around it. Why does it look like this? I just want you to look closely at everything in these pictures. Again, this is not construction. This was all like this. Do you see the graffiti? Just painted, all of this, junk, no weed block, no mulch, nothing. This has been broke for 2 years. This gate has been broke like this for 2 years.
It's been longer than that.
Maybe, yeah, I've noticed it for 2 years. Like, look, what
And
is
just while you're
this?
flipping, this isn't something that's new. My son also graduated from this school. So if your son is now a senior, mine graduated almost 2 years ago. These are things I've brought to Mike's attention way beyond
Yep.
your son started
This
at
is all
high school.
rusted, painted, graffiti, this is all rusted.
So these are not new things that are being talked about,
Something needs to be done.
100%.
Well, you do realize it does take employees to
No.
do that.
I know,
So when you're not
That's excuses.
allowing
No, you're making excuses.
to hire employees,
No, that's
then you are
excuses.
shorthanded
The lands,
all of the other
the
duties
people who
that they
maintain the properties get paid hundreds, the group, over $100,000 a year. To the groundskeeper of the school, between the groundskeeper and the maintenance men and all of them combined, but this is something different. This is a company that should come out yearly to maintain the high school. This isn't student neglect, this is administration, this is up high, this is, you guys have to have somebody come out to do this. I'd like to continue on with the pictures. Like, look at, like, all of this. Really take these pictures in, because I don't want to just blow through them. Look at this. So many of these are missing or bent. Like, what? Like, look at this.
And just, there will be
Look at this.
redesign to the outside of the school, it's not just the inside.
Right, but if we don't maintain it, redesign's nothing. This
Look
is
at-
appalling, I agree with her.
I want all of these little
Appalling.
parking
Nobody up
signs,
here
for
disagrees.
years, they have been just
Not disagreeing
bent
with
sideways. The stop sign doesn't even say stop anymore. You can't even see it. It's like, look at this, missing. This is where you pull around.
Excuse me, is that Kennedy?
No,
This is the high school. This is our high school.
Well, I just asked a question.
I mean, I've been addressing this for months.
Is that going out to Goddard? Is that the street I'm looking at?
This one right here is like, I guess, the Goddard side.
by going around from the back to the front.
The only thing that's been done is the grass gets cut. If you look at everything else, it's not maintained. Look at this. The principal that was there previously, maybe 2 years ago, bought this mulch that is still there. Weeds, poison ivy. Look at this. How is this? You guys can't see the laser pointer that I'm pointing at. Only I can see it, I guess, but. Like this fence right here, this is broken. Like you can just crawl into there. You can't tell in this picture. This is what you look at when you pull, this is the front of the school right here, the right side. This is the front of the school. This does not look like this in the summer. This looks like this year around. This. This is one of the ugliest schools in the state of Michigan. From neglect.
Yeah, those weeds are against city ordinance, I'm thinking. Those weeds look well
I mean, if you
above
look
the
across the
ordinance.
street, beautifully maintained, and then you come to Taylor High School, and it's just weeds and crap. This needs to be completely blocked. They have those things you put over the fence. I brought this up to you guys months ago in the wintertime for like, you know how they got like the black plastic that you put over fences? This needs to be blocked. People who are coming to our schools for home games, this is embarrassing. They're talking in the bleachers. They're laughing at us. They don't want to send their kids here. They want to send their kids somewhere else. This is what people see from Southgate and Allen Park who come to our school for games. This is what their families see. This is the parking lot. This is what my kid's looking at when he pulls into school.
I don't think there's anyone up here that disagrees with you. Can
Then
we
why
let
is
Mike
it not
talk?
getting done?
Yeah, okay, well,
Well, no, I can say, I did want to clarify, because I know you said about, you know, if you're remodeling the inside of your house, you still got to take care of the outside.
Yes.
The outside is included on redesign. The parking lots are included.
School's in
under-
4 weeks.
What's that?
School is in
I
4
understand,
weeks.
but like I said,
Is this gonna be done before school?
I can't redo an entire, we're trying to get the other 2 parking lots done, so no, that parking lot won't be done until it falls into the cycle with the
So the
redesign
kids
process.
who are seniors now are gonna deal with this for the rest of their school year.
I wouldn't say all of it, there are things we
So
can
is
address.
it possible to go out there personally and get quotes for what it would be to lay mulch, weed block, fix some of these areas, and have it put on the next agenda so that it can be done before
You
school
would
starts?
be putting me in a terribly precarious spot in terms of the labor relations laws of the state of Michigan, so that would not work.
Volunteering to do it?
That is something we would have to talk about and discuss through talks with our labor unions.
Because this can't be okay. Like, this can't be okay. There's
I
no- like,
understand,
we
and
can't
I do
take-
not mind entertaining those discussions, but there are laws that I have to follow in terms of whose appropriate work it belongs to.
Yeah, my question too is this a contractor's responsibility, or is there an individual group of employees assigned to this? Because I've heard different things. Do we at least know that?
Yeah, I mean, at one point, we did have a district grounds crew that was assigned for grounds pieces only throughout the district. That is not currently where we are at. We were changed the way that was staffed because the priority was.
Nobody
we
to take care of the grounds.
No, that's not what I said. What I'm saying is, we needed to prioritize making sure that we were staffing bus routes first, because getting kids to school is the #1 priority. And so we got rid of the grounds crew to be able to staff our bus routes as our first priority.
Are we that bad of shape that we can't get landscaping if we want buses? Are we in that bad of shape?
Hiring for these positions, not just here, in all districts, is a problem.
Do you know how much the people are paying in taxes, and we're being
I
told that
understand.
we have to choose between a mulch
Yeah.
and buses?
yeah, there is not a single person up here that disagrees with you, and I would be willing to continue conversations with you on how we can get this done.
Yes,
And-
please,
And there may
like
be
4
other.
weeks, we have 4 weeks to do something about
I,
this.
yeah, I think that this has been a problem for years and years and years, and there have
This
been
is
so
not a
many
hard
things.
fix.
But there have been so many things that were just at a standstill. And so we're trying to get we tried to get those things now moving, and you know, like that parking lot at Moody, and
This
so,
is
yeah,
this
then
is
it
bare
brings up the
minimum.
part-
This
it's
is bare
embarrassing.
minimum. This is like, everything's got like projects and rolling, and this is not something that should even take time to be looked at. This is just something that should be bare minimum, done. Like, check, check, check.
Yeah.
Focus on the big stuff. There's no reason that this should like be backburned because of the big stuff. This is a bare minimum thing. for the high school, for any school, that all the schools in the area have. When you pull up to our school, they're laughing at us. It's embarrassing. It's bad. It's horrible that our students have this,
Could not agree with you more.
and it's unacceptable.
Yeah.
So
Could not agree with
we
you
have
more,
4
and you're
weeks.
right. Thank
Can we
you.
do something about it before the school starts?
I'm not a gardener, but yeah, I'm willing to discuss.
I will
for
discuss
4
with our
weeks.
operations department, and we will go from there, but
Okay.
I would just like to
What
say
I
two
can say
things.
right now.
Yeah, one, we should put it, add it as a discussion item for the next meeting.
Thank you. That would be wonderful.
We keep it. And also, this seems unrelated, but it's not. We had a budget vote, I think, about a month or two ago. I voted no on the budget, and people asked me why. I was like, because there were a lot of issues in the budget that were never addressed. We had a 1-hour budget presentation, and I'm trying to go through the numbers. I'm like, this should have been in the budget, what you're talking about. Lots of other things should have been in the budget. So I think the board made a grievous mistake by approving the budget without any specifics. That's one of the reasons I voted no on that.
Well, see, I'm not sure about that. You know more about that than me. What I know is that this is bare minimum that needs to be started before school starts, get done before school starts, and maintained from now on.
Absolutely willing to
Like,
talk
from now
about
on.
solutions to that and how we get there and meet everybody's needs.
Thank you.
Discussion item, next meeting. Let's make it a discussion item next meeting.
Yeah, absolutely. Becky, put it on as a discussion item.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Courtney Prout, 9846 Catherine. So my question also from last week, or last board meeting, it's going to continue now. Earlier, Modarski, you had mentioned, and this is where I'm confused, you and Kathy Fields going back and forth, I couldn't figure it out. On the ballot coming up is going to be what? Are we only having the Headley option? And then if we don't pass it as voters, the Headley option, does that mean it's not renewed? Like, that's my question. I'm trying to figure out, because if we're up for expiration, we have to renew that, right?
Yes, correct. This is the non-homestead, okay?
Correct, right.
And you're right, it's an all or nothing. So either you pass this particular language, or you pass nothing.
But these taxes do not affect homeowners unless you're
That's
elected.
not the problem isn't homeowners here. The problem is that we already have businesses leaving our city because they can't afford the taxes. And right now, we're trying to up those taxes.
This
But the
doesn't
concern
affect
is
their
that in.
taxes. This
the
doesn't affect their taxes.
It does. If business owners own businesses here in our city,
If
it
they're-
affects, if they're non-homesteaded properties, which is a business, that affects their
Their
taxes.
business, yes, you're correct.
Renters as well, that affects those people as well. So if they go out and we all vote no, which with our track record of passing any kind of tax hikes in the city, I'm pretty sure it's going to be voted on no. For me, at least, it will be. So does that mean if I go out and I vote no, and the rest of the citizens do as well, do we lose that operating mill altogether? That's my question. Because the current ballot, if you guys are proposing that we put on the ballot a renewal with the Headley restoration on there, and the citizens vote no, do we get to keep that current mill at the 17 point whatever it is?
I would have to talk to Clerk Bauer, but I believe we're a little early, which is common. So I believe if it were voted no on in November, I think we get
go to
one
the
more bite at
expiration
the
date, right?
apple the following year, but I would have to talk to Clerk Bauer about that.
I'm just concerned because I know how much money that actually brings in for a
Oh, but
district.
if I'm hearing you correctly, it wasn't how many times we get to go and try this. You're worried about if this fails, do we lose all our ability to collect on the non-homestead properties?
Right, because
And
the way
not
that
where we're
Kathy
at.
Fields has explained it was
Okay.
that the option is that we are going on there and we are going to post
Right.
this proposal on here, and that it's going to also have a tax increase. You're giving it to the public, yes, I understand that. It's nothing about not giving us the vote. We
Yep.
get to vote, we get to make that choice. But if we choose no, does that mean that when that expiration happens, we lose the whole mill altogether? Or do we actually get a chance as a
My
district?
understanding from our counsel, Mr. Crowley, who is our bond and tax counsel, that we would not. We would be where we're at, but I'm going to double check that just to make sure, because as I said earlier, when Mr. Modarski was talking about, when they were having the discussion of how the board feels, if this should be even out there, is it up to the public? us as an entity, we cannot promote either side, is what I said.
Correct,
We
but
can put out information, and I think that's absolutely information that every citizen is going to need. And so that's why, as we start to put that packet together, I'll make sure that that is one of the things we address in there 100%, but I will get you that answer sooner than that when I talk to Mr. Crowley, just to
Okay, because
to
what's
verify.
concerning about that is, you know, as
Yeah,
well as
yeah, we
I
don't
know
wanna
how much
lose the
money.
money we already
Right,
have.
We are getting a lot of money from that, and if we lose that, because I can guarantee him, there's a lot of voters that aren't going to look at that, and they're going to look at another tax increase. We don't want that, and then we don't want to lose that altogether.
No, well,
Just a
what
little
you're
bit of-
saying absolutely makes sense to me, and I'll get you that answer.
Okay, sounds good. Thank you so much for that. And I do want to bring up again, speaking to her point, if there is any time that a group is getting together at the high school, you can count us in, my husband, myself. We can come help support. If you need anybody helping clean up, we are there to help. Anything, I know you're trying to bid it out, but the community would also support that if that's something that needs to be done.
Thank you, Courtney. Anyone online? Or,
Yeah, I just wanted to say one more thing. As far as covering that fence, is that something that we can have the construction company that's there right now working on the field do? You know, that whole left side?
Well, I'm going to say, I wrote a note down because that wouldn't necessarily have to do with our contractors. They're working in other places. But again, when I'm thinking of things that can be done quickly and some of the things that can't be, like repaving a parking lot can't be done quickly.
Right, I understand it.
Thing over a fence, I can absolutely have that conversation. and
That's
look at
what,
the cost,
I'm
yes.
not talking, when those pictures, I understand there's a lot of
understand
infrastructure
that.
and things that need to be done. I was talking about the things that
The
can be done
quick fixes.
quickly. We can lay mulch, we can pull weeds, we can cover that fence, we can make it look good.
Yep, I will have those conversations because I was already writing those thoughts down, so.
Thank you.
anyone else? Okay, board member comments? Nothing?
I'll say something, because it was brought up twice about, having a hard time finding people to do work. We talked about bus monitors, we talked about the landscaping. I will just say, over the years, long before I was on the board, I had friends, neighbors, who were hardworking people. They applied to the Taylor School District, and they were always told, well, there's really no job that would fit you, or they couldn't even get a straight answer on what jobs were available, what they paid. This is one person. This was many people over the years. So I think maybe we have less of a quote-unquote labor shortage and more of just, we need to just get better at creating positions, reaching out to the community and hiring people. Because I know quite a few people that love to do some grounds work. Bus monitor, I'm not so sure about, maybe, but I know there's been other jobs that people have wanted to do, and we just do a horrible job of when somebody walks in and says, hey, I want to work for the school district. Fine, if you're a certified teacher, that's a no-brainer. But if you're not a certified teacher, whatever reason, these resumes just keep getting lost, they don't get called back. I don't think it's a lack of hardworking people here in Taylor. I think it's more the HR department just not being good
So
at hiring people.
I would say, I don't disagree with your thoughts. That is why in our strategic plan, it is one of our goals is hiring, recruiting, and onboarding is one of our focus areas because you're not wrong on that, yes.
Thank you.
I have a comment, just like a generalized, over the years, born and raised in Taylor, I went through the district myself. When I started as like a child, the schools looked good. Over the years, there were no, and this is just knowledge from my parents, nobody supported. Our community in Taylor did not support the Taylor School District. We never passed bonds, years and years and years. Allen Park, Southgate, Woodhaven, Trenton, Groseal, these schools have communities that support them wholeheartedly. They've passed bond after bond after bond. They've had money after money after money to apply to grounds crews, or they hire out their contractors for their grounds crews. Like I know Woodhaven does. They have a whole company that only comes and does their grounds, their sprinklers, they water, all the things. If we had, over the years, it's gone downhill because there isn't enough money. There wasn't enough money then. We don't have enough money now. we can't waste money. Me personally, I know we're about to tear up the front of the high school. I don't want to put money into mulch in the front of the high school just so that the bulldozers can come in and rip it out. It's just wasted $100,000. Do I want it to look better? Yep, 100%. But it's all taking time, years and years and years. This is my 4th year-ish on the board, and I've been complaining about it since it's been one of my biggest pet peeves. The parking lot, I tried to get the city to do it. I tried to get Mike to talk to our operations people. Like, if we don't have the people to do it, if we don't have the means to do it, we need something that's gonna last. They just did this driveway here, there's already a huge hole in it. Like, nothing gets fixed permanently. Everything is patched. It's a Band-Aid and then it's worse. It's a Band-Aid and then it's worse, which is what's put us in this predicament now. Nothing has been fixed over the years permanently. It was a Band-Aid after a Band-Aid after a
Yeah,
Band-Aid.
no, and I will say this, because I've had these conversations with Jack and Patrick in operations, and you're not wrong, there were years and years where things weren't funded to keep things up, and as much as they had gone, and they had advocated for more money to be put into roofs, more money to be put into parking lots, and under previous administrations, that did not happen. And so we have this giant laundry list of things. This is why I rail about infrastructure all the time. And it has been our goal of this administration since I've been here, and we have moved forward on more projects, I think, than we have in a long time. But we're still woefully
we
short.
have-
I'm
Well,
not
and
arguing that.
another part of that problem is it's taken us all these years to dig out of a $17 million deficit
Correct.
at one point.
Correct.
And everything was patched up and Band-Aided and the whole bit. Now we're trying to play catch-up, fix it, get caught up. So that took its toll on this
Yeah.
district.
Like coming forward in the next couple meetings, you're gonna have before you, the money for doing, Hoover's, heating and cooling. And when we had the contractors going and they were doing the assessment of it, and the number just kept climbing and climbing because of the years that it had not been addressed. So it just has become very expensive, but we are doing our best to move everything we can forward.
This is going to be the final time for the
Yeah,
heating
that's
and
why
cooling
I
at Hoover?
beg Lansing for more,
Right.
more money all the time for these things, there's
Yeah.
no doubt.
And I just want to clarify something that says we're not in a deficit now. We are not.
Correct.
We have a lot of extra money in the bank. You heard the word fund balance. That's basically your rainy day fund. I don't want to quote the exact number, but I think it's well over 10 million. So it may be more. I will get that for you. But we're not in a deficit now. There was a long time ago we were. So to me, it's about how we spend the money. And I guess my only comment back to my colleague, Ms. Sheffield, is...
Shufelt.
Sorry. It was not intentional, I apologize. But when you approve everything and get nothing in return, this is what happens. When they bring budgets, when they bring proposals, sometimes you have to say no. And you'd be amazed how when you tell people no, they come back and say, okay, approve this budget, and we will fix the parking lot now. Approve this budget, and we will cut down these weeds. That's how you negotiate. But if your yes is guaranteed, you get nothing in return. Think about it.
Well, I do want to say, because you're not wrong, we're not in the hole we were in the past, but that hole led us to where we're at. But it has also led to us, when Barton Mallow first came on board last year, and they did a presentation to the board about what our needs were, our infrastructure needs are well over $200 million. And so therefore, being where we're at with what we have in the bank isn't enough to get that done. And that's where we have to move forward with what the most pressing things are at all times. And it's just, yeah, I wish I had my magic wand and could solve every infrastructure need of this district in one fell swoop, but
And we
it's-
put a
it's
$500,000 every year into curriculum. That had put a
That had not
stop
been
on
done.
that
Correct.
for years and years
But
and
if I'm
years.
not mistaken, let's say we passed an infrastructure bond, we couldn't use it to hire people
Yeah.
every week or every month to pull weeds, right? It doesn't have to come out of general fund?
What I'm saying is this
That's-
stuff is
well,
bare minimum.
yeah.
This is bare, I'm not talking about infrastructure,
Yeah,
this is,
it's not public comment time, because if I let you, I've got to let everybody else, so I apologize.
Okay.
I think that definitely you should be here for the discussion, and listen and voice in, public comment, you know, at the board meeting when we discuss it. This absolutely needs to be
some of the
done.
things that you guys are doing though is making excuses, and that's not okay. This
We're not
needs to
making
get done. No,
excuses.
this
We're
is
sa-
not infrastructure stuff, this is bare minimum. This is bare minimum, this is pulling weeds.
She has to sit down.
This is pulling weeds.
Yep,
This is
and
bare
more labor.
minimum.
Yep, and I agree, needs to be done. It's been my complaint for 20 years, is that building looks like shit. Don't disagree with you. But, yeah, but Mike, I think, was trying to say is we've had all these priorities, and that one hasn't missed it. It's now moved up the priority list for all of us. Okay? That's all I can say. Any other board member comments?
Yes.
Right
June League
ahead.
World Series starts up Sunday. We got teams from all over the world going to be here this weekend. There probably some already came in. They'll be there Friday for a picnic. Opening ceremonies is Saturday, and ball game starts at 10 a.m. on Sunday.
Thank you.
And the Vietnam Memorial Wall will also be at the
Yes.
park at the
And
same
that'll
time.
be at Heritage Park, too.
Yep, so you got two things going on at the
Yeah.
same time.
And, sorry, I'm just going to say, in your packets, the reminder, I can't believe I forgot to say this earlier, we are having the meet and greet for Dr. Barry at Taylor High School. That is going to be on August 20th, and we've been putting that out publicly for everyone to see that as well. So just wanted to do that reminder real quick.
Okay, I'll leave it to Stephanie.
All right, adjournment to closed session, policy number 0137.2, pursuant to the Michigan Open Meetings Act, as amended, I move the Board of Education to convene in closed session to consider section 81C, negotiations of the Open Meetings
We
Act.
do need to add to that 81H as well.
Which is what, so everyone knows.
That's the material exempt from disclosure from our attorneys.
But there will not be an attorney present, correct?
Correct. They gave us the opinion letter, and I will be talking about what's in the opinion letter.
In the future, can we get these opinion letters sent to us ahead of time so we have time to review them?
I will talk to our counsel to see the best.
Yeah, because that makes it rather difficult to be given sometimes 5-page opinion letters. He's like, do you have any questions? I'm like,
And I'll
no.
check with him because I don't know if that's part of what he has to follow by statute or not, but I'll check with him.
Okay.
Is there a motion?
Motion.
Motion by Mr. Morris. Is there support?
Support.
Support by Mr. Madarsky. Ms. Moore?
Yes.
Mr. Madarsky?
Yes.
Mr. Morris?
Yes.
Ms. Sheffield is a yes. Mr. Westfall?
Yes.
Ms. Block?
Yes.
Ms. Fields? Yes. That passes 7-0. We went into closed session at 7:21 PM.
All right. returned from closed session at 8:11. There's, now I would entertain a motion to. Motion. Thank you. Motion by.
Whoa,
Ford.
hey.
Okay, let's go. Morris? Oh, is that Moore? Moore is a yes. I don't have my glasses on. Mordarski?
Yes.
I'm sorry.
Morris.
Morris?
No.
Shufel?
Yes.
Westfall? Block? And
feeling lonely.
Fields. That passes 6-1.
I don't think I've ever seen that. That was.
It's okay.
Yeah, no, I got outvoted, dang.
Adjourns at 6:12 PM.
Thank you.